CIMB boss Nazir will return from a voluntary leave of absence to resume chairmanship of the group tomorrow. This after the boards of CIMB Group and CIMB Bank reviewed and cleared him of misusing his position and the bank's resources. Last month, Nazir found himself in the spotlight after he confirmed to the Wall Street Journal that he received $7 million in his personal account from his brother PM Najib in the run-up to the 2013 general election. The money was then disbursed to UMNO politicians. He has been on leave since April 19th. Rough start to 2016 for Petronas. The state oil giant reported its first quarter earnings today and they are not pretty. Profit after tax and impairments was down 60% to 4.6 billion ringgit versus 11.4 billion ringgit in the previous corresponding quarter. Revenue shrank 26% to 49 billion ringgit thanks to lower product prices and lower sales volumes. Higher net impairment on assets also hurt margins. Analysts have been expecting an ugly quarter for big oil, with crude oil prices having slumped to the lowest in 12 years earlier this quarter. They have rebounded to nearly $50 a barrel since, but the outlook for oil players remains bleak. Petronas says crude oil prices will continue to be pressured by concerns on moderate demand outlook and the persistent glut. It plans to continue with its cost-cutting measures as it braces for the double whammy of volatile oil prices and the foreign exchange rate going forward. After closing 1MDB's file, the PAC panel will be keeping themselves busy by questioning officials from 3 government departments over management weaknesses highlighted in the 2015 AG's report. The 3 are the Immigration Department, the National Disaster Management Agency, and the Sabah Water Department. We're talking about a whole range of ridiculous cases of wastage and inefficiencies. A good case in point, the report found that many victims from the devastating 2014 floods were still living in tents and transit homes up till the second half of 2015. This is because 40% of the new homes planned for them were still not built. Even though the 5 flood-stricken states, Kelantan, Terengganu, Pahang and Sabah, complied with the government's fast-track process to restore housing, the results are less satisfactory. That's not all. The report found that among those who did get their new homes, 54 people were ineligible. And of those who got restoration work done, 109 houses were done out of the intended scope. The big debate over whether or not the AG's report on 1MDB should be made public, Azalina, Minister in the PM's department, says it's a big fat no. She says the report was classified in the first place to ensure no information was leaked during the PAC's proceedings. And since the report was made specifically for the PAC, which then it's discussed and used as a reference to table its own report to the Parliament, there is no need for public disclosure. Azalina was responding to a string of questions regarding the AG's report in Parliament. Meanwhile, PAC Chairman Hassan Arifin says it is up to the Cabinet to decide whether to declassify the report. Last month, the PAC's probe into 1MDB had cleared PM Najib from any wrongdoings and abuse of power. And today, the Finance Ministry echoes that finding. Replying to questions in Parliament, MOF said it is true and valid that the findings of PAC reveal that Najib's involvement in 1MDB is not as alleged by certain parties. But of course, opposition lawmakers didn't buy that. They said under Article 117 of 1MDB's Memorandum and Articles of Association, Najib as the Prime Minister has the power to hire and fire directors, approve all investments made by 1MDB, and is responsible for its business decisions. As of January this year, the Embattled State Investment Fund had accumulated 50 billion ringgit of debt.